And somehow, I guess that Zoom YouTube connection is quite slow. So I don't know where it's slow. Is it from my end, from Zoom's end, from YouTube's end? It's not there. Okay, so let's talk about how many more minutes do I have, Lily?
30 seconds.
I have 30 seconds for attendance. If you haven't put in your attendance, it's in the chat. Otherwise, it's if 6:47. And the other and you'll take care, Lily, of why we have so few cameras on, but that'll be another question. Okay, so any comments? If you have any comments, please stay with me. Otherwise, as I mentioned before, in this class, you can be anywhere in the world. We're online. The only times that you have to be at this infamous or famous university is when we're having an exam. So we're having an exam on April 22nd. April 22nd will be in class exam. On April 27th is the last day of class, and your final project is due to be presented by me. And I want to have each group have the best project they can have. And that means that if you've been kind of slacking around in this group, then you want to make the most of what you can do for your group, because you don't want to punish your group for you not turning things in on time. Okay, so we have that. This Wednesday, and Lily will send out an announcement. This Wednesday, we will not have formal class. It will be canceled for Passover. So this Wednesday, we will not have class. We will have class on Monday. So wherever you are in the world, you are expected to attend my classes. If you want attendance grade plus, you will be presenting your projects as well. That's number 2. Number 3 is we will go over what was due today. I will pick up some of the students and give feedback on your projects. This second part was due before class, and you will have that. This Wednesday, I expect all URLs to be posted by tonight. This Wednesday, you can use for meeting your groups any way you want. You can tell your groups, in this case, you can meet them. Anything else that I need to cover before I share? And so let me share my screen. And I'm going to share. And let me bring in my Chrome browser. And what do you see on the screen, Isabella? Do you see my screen, Isabella?
Yeah, you can see the YouTube live.
Okay, so I have YouTube Live. It's streamed well. I'm happy. I put it on mute, and you can see that there is a delay just by my hand movements. Okay, we got that. Next, we go to K section, and what do we always do, Isabella? Is we always check
What's
on
due?
what's due, right? Nobody can
Yeah.
do it. And what's due today was the final project, part 2. We have other parts that need to be done, and part 2 needs to be done before part 3. So that's why important deadlines are important. We have the readings of artificial intelligence that you have, and I had some open readings here. You can do readings on your own. You don't need me for that, but I will spend time next week lecturing more and more about AI and the importance of that. So that was here, and then we looked at the audit assignment, and it was quite specific of what you needed to do for your audit assignment. So if I go to my audit area, I go to assignment groups. I should see under assignment groups, you were supposed to, today, before class already, publish your URL. You could have published your URL. These are when you upgraded to the domain name, but I didn't require you to upgrade first to the domain name because I want everybody to get a good domain name. And I see several groups here, more than I want to, that haven't published. I don't understand why they published. We'll spend time at the end of the class or here to see what are the issues of why the majority of the groups have not published. I don't know what it is about this class. Is it late at night or what? Or something in the water that people are drinking? Because in my other class, each group had published their website. There could be room for improvement, of course, and that's why we're here every week to do that. So I'm going to go to group 5, which is Eben, Charlotte, Olivia, and Sophia, and I know who their owner is. And basically, everybody who created the website should have next to their name owner. And notice my other groups, do you see this? Don't even have who is. Group 3 has owner, and group 2 has owner, and group 1 have owner. So who is missing here is group 6 doesn't have an owner, 7 doesn't have an owner, and 9 doesn't have an owner. So I don't know if you can reach out, Lily, and see what are the issues there. But let's do this. Let's go to group 5, where I have Eben, Charlotte, Olivia, and Sophia, and they're lucky enough to get feedback from. We'll look at it that way. And I'm going to open it up in a new tab, and it's loading, and I see something about real estate. Right? So they haven't upgraded, which is all right. So if you see here in the URL, it says, it'll say Wix site. Later on, what the issue is, if you want to take that with you, you don't want to have a URL like this because it's not professional. Plus, when you have a domain name, that is when you can do other activities with it. For instance, when you want Google to search for you, if you want Google to have it, they're not going to search for you when it has Wix site on it because they think that's Wix is the owner. They want you to be the owner of your domain name. So what do I like about here? I'll tell you about my likes and what can be improved. One of the things you all should have is your logo and basically what you're doing. I like it. They have a logo. They have real estate consulting. So who is the owner of this group?
I am.
And who is I?
Olivia.
Olivia. Great. Okay, so Olivia, I give you credit for having that done, Olivia. And what I would like, and what I'm telling Olivia's group is what I'm going to be for everyone, Olivia. So don't feel bad, Olivia, that you're being picked on. It's just the opposite, that you've done it well on time, and I'm giving you kudos for that. But what I want to add, so what I'd like you to do, Olivia, you and your group take notes on what needs to be improved, and you can even work on it for next Monday, that this will be improved. What I like is to have some kind of moniker here about just real estate consulting. Pick like 4 or 5 words of what it is that I can concentrate on this. And then I have here Prop AI Consulting Group. What does this say? Elevating listings, showcasing agents. So I guess this is for agents. Is this the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe something AI for agents, something you can even ask all your LLMs, all your chat GPTs, give you kind of like a moniker that can stand out. Okay, our mission: simplify AI adoption in real estate by providing practical, easy use tools, increasing generate leads. Okay. And then inquire. What happens when I inquire? It works. And then I have market authority, David, with, I don't know, local market expert. And what is this 01 AI listing, generating, marketing, branding, and support, client communication, automation? You like those pictures, Olivia?
No, maybe we'll change them.
Yeah, change them. They look so
Yeah.
dull, don't they? AI listing optimization, branding, marketing, branding. I love this marketing, branding, and support. That it has this this plain building there, right, Olivia? That has no branding whatsoever. Maybe you should put then not or something, and client communication with no people, no nothing, empty desk. So I would definitely do that, but it's good. Okay, learn more. AI prop. We focus on real applications, save time. Yeah, these are really, I think, yeah, but it's good enough. Heading 2 shouldn't be there, right? You agree? Yeah, that needs to be the innovation behind the assets. And here we got great picture. Are there 3 of you in the project? Oh, we
4.
got 4. Okay.
I added my headshot earlier. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
happened.
What
Oh,
happened, Evan?
I'm not
You're
sure.
the good-looking guy there. You don't even put your shot in,
I forgot like
right?
I
You're
didn't
you're
press
you're
publish, but I did put it in. Just
you,
to add it.
yeah, you got to figure out why,
Yeah,
right?
I did.
So you got to do that now. What I suggest, Evan, is you figure that now, okay? And Charlotte is the chief CEO, Olivia is the chief information officer, and Sophia, right? And then Evan is okay. And are these social media? Did you set them up yet, or no?
Yeah, they're set up. And then we have
They're
a
set.
TikTok.
They're all set up.
Yeah, well, so we did Facebook, but I have to wait. I think it's like
And what about Instagram? Instagram's
24
not
hours.
working.
Yeah, it's you would
And
have to
and,
type in
and
the
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. I also have to wait for that to get
I
verified.
get me, not you, right? So it
Yeah.
needs to be done. So these need to be done. Okay, and are you going to use all of which one? You don't have to have
Instagram,
all
Twitter, and TikTok are
6
set
of
up.
them. You can reduce it. Okay, and what is this?
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Okay, so
If you're
one of the
not sure, we'll take that out.
what? What do we say?
We'll take that out.
Yeah, good idea. So anyways, we got this, we got real estate, the info. So it needs, you need, each person in your group needs to read it. We're just so happy that something came out, which is good, but and now you have to read it. And even in the mission here, it has a lot of words here. And also it's kind of a little bit strange here, right? We got all this blank. If we're talking about I'm just using you, Olivia, because you're the owner, but it's to your whole group.
Yeah.
You see, I got all this blank space here,
Mhm.
right? So you can figure that out. It's not a thing. And then I got about the strategy value. Is this the same thing? It's just in another part. And the advisory panel, do we have that? Are we using this?
No, I think we'll take that out too.
Yeah, take that out. So anything that you have a link in, you want to make sure you look at it. And one of
Yeah.
the things is, okay, so we got to start. But my thing is, even when you turn in something, I can't tell you enough. When you turn in something, every person in the group it's your baby here. So you have to look at it as well. So I have group 8, which is Leah, Christian, Athena, and Johannes, right? Jonas, and then I have here Jonas, and then what do I have here? What is this about? Parent Path AI. So whose is this? Who's the owner of this group?
I'm the owner of this
Okay,
group.
Jonas. Okay, so what
Yeah.
is Parent AI?
So we're basically like an AI that helps like the parents of college students to like support their like children's academic, financial, and like success using AI tools. And like we're trying to like bridge the gap basically.
Okay. Why'd you choose that?
I'm not sure. I mean, we were between, well, we really wanted to do the real estate one,
Yeah.
but we saw that so many did it, and then we just kind of wanted to be a little different from a lot of the people in the class that were doing it.
Okay. My problem with this, and maybe we can even have somebody else be the owner, is are you a parent?
No, I'm not.
Do you want to work with parents?
I wouldn't be opposed to working with parents.
Well, that was not my question. Do you want to work with parents?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Do you understand? We're at the beginning here. You haven't done much, right, on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I would switch it.
Switch like
To something we can talk about it. Maybe you can talk with Lily. Lily, you
Mhm.
understand my reasoning behind this? Is Lily there? Maybe she went away. It's okay. But do you understand who else is in your group?
It's me, Athena,
Okay.
Christian,
Okay.
and
Athena, what do you think? Athena, you're there?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
Yeah.
We switched to this one because our other two were pretty popular, and this one like we hadn't seen yet, and it was just like kind of relatable because we all went through.
Okay, you all went through it.
Mhm.
This is my only, this is my reluctance. If we can maybe switch it or something, is you're not parents. And do you want to continue doing this after the class? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, maybe we can make it like more student focused.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe we could
what I
like work
mean?
on that.
You know what I mean? Because to me, it's like I'm not what my parent, if I'm a parent, Athena, what I'm concerned about is that you get a job, right? Is your parents concerned about that?
If I get a, well, yeah, if I
Right.
get a job,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? They don't want to support you. You know, they'd love you to support them. First support yourself and then I'll worry about you supporting me, right? But
Mhm.
that's what most parents are concerned about. So maybe you can switch it of it's not a bad parent path AI, but also the name sounds like a parent can be a parent of the name itself could be a parent of a for toddlers, you know what I mean? How to do parenting, you know, and AI is going to help me do parenting kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think we need it before it gets too late in the process. And you know, you can't. Jonas was the owner. You or somebody else could be the owner, but I'd rather have it something that you're excited about, right? That you could take this with you, that this is really something that's great. And I'm glad that we're getting it now, Athena. Then you say, well, it's too late, Dr. Rush. It's, you know, we have to present on Monday, you know, the final done. And we got this thing and it's a little, nobody's interested in being the parent, you know, and what are you going to show them? What are you going to do? Financial aid? What are you going to do? Explore all the AI tools. Yeah. I decide tonight. Do you know what I mean? And then you could kind of continue about us. And do you have a team, your team with your pictures on it that you're supposed to have? Athena, I don't see it. Do you?
It's on the about page.
I went to about. I didn't see it. You see it?
On the,
I went to about. Our story. Okay. Oh, okay. It's further down. Okay. This you could bring into somewhere else too. You know what I mean? They're nice pictures. You got everybody. Is this it? You have three people. Oh, and then we have Kristen. Okay. That's my feedback to you. So let's stay with me at the end of the class. You know, we can figure it out, and then maybe we can figure out where to go from there. Okay. Do I have any other URLs that I haven't seen? And then the other groups, I don't even know what's going on. So at least Athena, you won't be that far behind for the competition, but still, it's not there's something we gotta need to do with that. Okay, so think about it, and even if it's like real estate something, Athena, you can take a different slant on it. You know, you don't have to. If that's really of what is the general passion, they say, hey, I could work on this afterwards. You know what I mean? That this is going to
Okay.
get me something excited about, and discuss it. You can, text your group mates. At least you got that done. You got a URL and you got your pictures in there, but we have time, to switch it. Because I just don't see it. You know what I mean? That, oh, it'd be different. Hey, I'm a parent, or, I got these really nifty things we could do with parents, but also that URL even is not good enough, because it almost gives me that parents could be of toddlers or something, or parents of, elementary school students or high school students, or maybe you could do, parent mental health or something. So think about it, or maybe of what you want. Okay. Any questions on that? So what's up on that? Lily, did you have any comments did you see my comments on that parent AI?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah.
thought.
Was
No,
that?
I'm back now. No, I'm back now.
Okay.
I told,
Okay.
I told
Okay.
Isabel I had to like go for
Yeah,
a couple
that's
minutes
fine.
before
I
call.
just look at, I don't know if
but
you
yeah.
heard me. I just wanted what you heard me. That's fine. You be there. But what you heard is that parent AI that was in that group is, I felt like they weren't into it. They're going to be doing a website on parents of college students.
Yeah,
Was
I
that
heard
really,
that.
and the reasoning was the other topics were taken, so we thought that was original, but I didn't see any excitement or enthusiasm on that one. Can they relate? You know what I mean? So I want them to, at this point, it gives them a time. They have a day or two to have somebody else be the owner, and they can put in the URL there. And then and also when you first do it, what I suggest is don't even do that Wix site, and don't upgrade right away. Because then you don't waste that. Only one, a person can be using that code once. So that's a problem too. So what I suggest, even Athena in your group, is figure it out, but don't upgrade to a domain name. That domain name is pretty good, but it doesn't reflect, I think, enough of what you wanted to do. Okay? All right. So let me share now again. I appreciate it, Isabel, and that you and
Yeah, of course.
so we got that. Okay. So the next part, so we saw what we had to do today, and I hopefully maybe I was going to say we're going to end a little bit earlier to figure out what is maybe what is this status of these groups, or why they didn't report now. And maybe, Lily, you can kind of figure it out with some of these groups, reach out to them and figure out what is the stage of why aren't they not publishing. Okay, if you can be so kind, Lily, and find that out for me. Okay, the next assignment, Isabella, is chapter 10 for next week. I don't need to spend any time with this. This is what they call ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. That's basically, as we have an enterprise, you know what an enterprise is a large organization. How do we keep track of all their resources? I'll go into it as well as I go into it. But our major part is that idea of agents versus generative AI. Generative AI, we said, was you prompt and then you get new content back, and you just keep on going, prompting back and forth. In an agent, we have something called a voice agent. So, Kiko, how are you doing? Okay? You feeling okay, Kiko?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, good. So, Kiko, let me bear with me and let me look at it. You remember what do you see on my screen? You see on my screen, this is Google Voice. Google Voice, I can I can make phone calls, what they call voice over IP, basically over the internet rather than through my regular phone. And we talked about an AI voice agent before, Kiko, and one of our ideas was 1-800-CHAT-GPT. You remember that?
Yes.
What do you remember about it?
If you call 1-800-CHAT-GPT, it'll basically give you a direct line to use it, and you can just speak to it.
Okay,
it'll
you
work.
speak to it's an LM rather than using it on your regular browser, right? And going to ChatGPT, you can call. And one of the advantages of that is called what we call an AI voice agent. And let me make that clear to you. If you have a mobile number and I have a mobile number, if I can call you, right, and I can speak to you directly, or I can go to your voicemail, I can text you, you can call me, and we can text. But there's no large language model incorporated into it. So what a voice AI agent is, it's a telephone number that has provisioned that what is inserted to it is software that includes an LLM, like OpenAI or like Gemini, right, that you're familiar with. It's provisioned. You just can't go to AT&T and just said, give me a phone number with a voice agent and my own phone number that sometimes I'll pick up, sometimes it will pick up. You have to provision that and you have to get that. So what ChatGPT said is they decided to do their phone number as a vanity number. What is a vanity number here? You see down below here, I have my keypad. My keypad has letters attached to each number. So if I do 1-800, right, I could type in really here, I could even type the word ChatGPT, or I can do the numbers affiliated. So C is what number? Kiko, you're on a roll.
2.
2, great. And hopefully the exam is this easy, right? So it's 2, and then H is 4, right? A is 2, right? I can have that chat, and basically 242-8478. So I can put this in, right? And let's see if it'll call.
Hi, it's ChatGPT. This call may be reviewed for safety. How can I help?
Yes, can you tell me what a voice AI agent is?
Sure. A voice AI agent is a software program that uses artificial intelligence to understand spoken language and respond in a conversational way. It can answer questions, perform tasks, or assist with services, all through voice interaction. Think of it like a virtual assistant you can talk to, like me.
Okay, so I, as an end user, as an owner, and then you can continue doing it. Okay, so it's ChatGPT, no big shakes, right? So what I have available to you for next week are some articles that I want you to read. And guess what, Kiko? These articles will be good for you to do the assignment, plus they're good for the open-ended questions, right, for the next exam. So you can see this one, the first one, what are AI voice agents? You can see that they talk about an AI voice agent is intelligent software that engages in real-time voice conversations. And they're basically telling you what's the difference with a voice agent versus IVR. And IVR stands for interactive voice response. Have you ever had, Kiko, where you're at a hotel and they say, press 1 for the front desk, press 2 for the bellman, press 3 for concierge? Have you ever had something like that, Kiko?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that's called IVR. It really doesn't have a lot of intelligence. All it does is it's programmed that number 1 is front desk, and what does it do? It transfers to the number on the front desk, right? If I do 2, it'll transfer to the bellman. 3, it'll transfer. It's not a lot of intelligence that I can have a conversation. When do I have a conversation with IVR? When somebody a human picks up on the other end, right? So basically, these voice AI agents then are using, just like we talk about ChatGPT, but it's over the phone. And what's unique here, you can read through this about how AI voice agents work, right? And then you can see here what are the key features. One of the great ideas here, if you want your human to speak Spanish, French, and Creole and English, this AI agent can be also multilingual. So you can have it even being multilingual and then basically have it even check for the sentiment analysis. If the end user, if the caller is angry, I can kind of get some speech to calm them down. If they seem to be confused, I can do this. So this is a good article that you can read about how to use voice agents. Okay, so there's a couple of articles here. And then what there's something called a platform called VAPI. And let me just bring you into here. And VAPI, let me just bring you here. VAPI is a platform that will, let me just go here. VAPI, they called the company VAPI, which is Voice API or Application Program .ai as an extension. And basically, it's a platform to develop agents. If you want your own number that you own, Kiko, you go to other companies like Twilio and you pay for a phone number and you can import it into this agent. What I like about this platform is, guess what? They will give you a phone number for how much do you think? What do I always like for you? How much do I want you to pay?
Nothing.
Nothing. So it's free. It's an example. It can give us a free agent. And what I want for our assignments is that you can use this free agent to get phone numbers that everyone in the class will know how to do it, rather than just one person. So if I go to docs here, you can see right away, this is the docs for introduction. What is VAPI, right? It's basically telling me it's a developer having natural conversations, making and receiving phone calls. And what it does is basically how it works, just like before. What is it? I speak, it turns it to text. It has a large language model like OpenAI and text to speech. And there's two types of agents you can use. One is called an assistant, one is called quads. Quads, think about quads as multiple agents that one calls the other. So you could have like 10, you could develop, Kiko, 10 agents. So you have one calling and then one for scheduling, one for e-commerce, one for routing. But this is more complicated. I want to start off, Kiko, something simple. Everybody can do is do a assistant. And when you do an assistant, I'd like us to do a lead qualification. Guess what, Kiko? We're in business together. We have no customers to support. You agree with me? We're starting off with zero. What do we want? We want to get leads. And those leads, we want to make sure those leads will actually be applicable to us and they'll qualify. So we can increase the probability that we can make a sale. And here's the ideas about what are the key capabilities. And what's so great, Kiko, is I'm going to have everybody in the class do a phone call. And look what it says, build your first voice agent in 5 minutes using our dashboard. I like that. You'd like that too, right? That you can get a voice agent, you can get a phone number, right? But also this, you can get web integration that on your website, you can click a button and say, talk to our agent. So if somebody doesn't even have the phone and they're a little bit reluctant to use the phone, press on here and you can talk to our agent, right? So for right now, everybody in the class will do the phone calls. later on, one person in your group will be also including web integration. But what's great, Kiko, is that everybody knows how to do this. So if you're going to be doing it, they say, Kiko, you want to take care of doing the web integration, you can always have somebody else help you with it because everybody knows how to do it. You got it? So this is what I like about this platform. A lot of other platforms do it, but none of them give you those phone calls. So you can get those phone calls or web calls or that VAPI guide. So what you have here is, where do I go to anything here? Is I go to my audit assignments. And under my audit assignments, I have two things. And in this case, Isabella, are you there, Isabella?
Yeah.
Good. So Isabella, what I have here on my phone voice agent here is you have an instructional video showing you exactly what you need to do. So if
Okay.
I click on it, and in this case, I always love to click on links to make sure they work, because they could work for the person that put this up, but guess what? It doesn't work. It may work for them. You always want to make sure, and you want to make sure, Isabella, that everyone in your group, any link you have, make sure. And it says is Isa was doing this. Isa is another TA, and she was doing it, and she shows her face just like you do. And then she shows exactly what are the steps to using VAPI, and she has a phone number.
Okay.
So you have that, and also you have the phone voice AI agent, right? That was done, that shows that everybody in the group for Monday will do this, but everybody in the class will use their company, right? And what was the name of your company, Isabella? Remind me.
I don't even the name.
What were you doing?
I know the one that we chose. No, I'm saying for the blue collar.
Yeah, whatever that was, whatever name it is, the company, you want to get the name. First of all, you have to do your first part before you do this assignment, right? But that you're going to do tonight. So in terms of that, you should record and process the tutorial. And in this case, why that's important, because when somebody calls the phone number, you don't want it to answer, "Hi, I'm ChatGPT." What do you want to do? "Hi, I'm whatever, blue collar to go."
We're doing Service Link AI.
Okay, or whatever, Service Link AI or
Yeah.
Service Link
No,
AI
I know what
for
you're saying.
service work. What's you want them to announce who they are, right?
Right.
We're Service AI, a service to blue collar, whatever you want them to answer your phone. That's the beauty. You program it. And I'll show you how easy to program. So you'll go to this dashboard of VAPI. First of all, you have to basically create an account. And the way you're going to create an account is using Google, like you did before in Zoom, using not your school account, another account. And so what you may want to do is create another Google account, another Gmail account, Isabel, and you may want not even to mix it up. And then you want to think about recording all of this like Isa did on Zoom. But before, I personally would want to go over it a bit before I start recording something that I don't know what I'm going to be doing. And then basically you want to first click on a phone number to see what's a good phone number. And what I like as a good number is something like a vanity number. I have the number USA Manuel or Wismore Biz that it also tells a story. You can try this out. This is not easy to do, but some area codes, rather than using 1-800 that you have to pay for, in this case, for instance, 872 spells USA. I know 786 that a lot of us are familiar with, or 305 is not available. They're not giving out those numbers. But you can play around with it. But the idea is to get a phone number. This is experimental. Don't feel bad if you don't get a good number, but you can try getting a good number. Once you got a number, then you want to get an assistant to build what you're going to say, you want that assistant to attach to your phone number. So you'll create an assistant. And what I want you to do, Isabella, is select for your template lead qualification specialist.
Okay.
Why? Because we don't have any customers. So what we need are leads first. We need customers before we can do it. And then we want to create a message. And at this point, you can change the first message that you have. Rather than say hello, you want to say hello at least and your company name and a few other words. It also allows you to do a system prompt, but in the system prompt, what's the issue is later on you'll do a system prompt where you can ask it questions like who's on your team or who's the chief finance officer. You'll have to put that in. For right now, if you want to do that, you can. Otherwise, it's good enough just to put a first message box and select a model. This is the LLM, the large language model that will work. So what you're going to be doing is you can ask it other questions and it can answer other questions. And I have you use GPT 4.1 mini because they give us limited credits or limited tokens. So I want to take the cheapest amount of tokens so we can use it at least for demo purposes. And you make sure you publish it and you test it for your phone numbers. And you can see when I created my phone number, I have to attach my assistants to. And then you basically test it out by putting the call on the speaker so we can hear it. And then you have a folder for your entire group, just like you did for Zoom individual recording called Phone Voice AI Assignment. And you'll do that. And this is the final check. Another thing, Isabella, that I want you to look at, if you go to web links, this one, the web links. You can go to VAPI how to. Let me go to this. And this was done by another group. What happened here? This basically also tells you the same kind of things that I want to, it tells it in a different manner, but it's basically build advanced voice agents. Basically, you can see here, if you look at it, this is the first message. Thank you for calling Wellness Partners. This is Riley, your scheduling assistants. How can I help you? This is where that first message, you're going to change it, Isabella. You're going to change it in this case, in this part. The system prompt later on, you can change it, but you can see set up the same thing. You can do your voice consideration. And guess what? What's so nice here? You can choose the voice. You know, you want it to be.
Oh, that's so nice.
You want to be female. You want to be a female that's younger, female older. They even have like Jennifer.
Cute, happy girl.
Happy girl. Whatever you want, you can make it and you want it. And then you'll name it whoever you want. So it's amazing, really, what it can do. And then you have a button, talk to the assistant. So, and then what it is, this will be for the second part of your project. Once you get it done, this is a widget, especially for Wix, where all you have to do is you go down to the widgets and you basically just copy the code they give you and you paste it into your Wix. You know, and then they show you here, you know, I have the copy command, and then you just basically go to your dashboard in Wix, you know, and find the settings here. And in Wix, you basically just paste the code right in here. And then when you connect your phone numbers, make sure you're connecting your phone numbers, right? You'll connect it. So on your Wix, you'll have your phone number. So rather, Isabella, than you using and anybody in the world can call your mobile number, they'll call your voice agent. Isn't that great? So you don't
Yeah.
have to be bothered with your compromising your personal phone number.
Yeah.
So that is, and then if I go to my content, right, and I go to, this is my assignment group, and look into group 0, I'm looking into group 0, and in group 0, you see here, have in your folder, and this is what everybody can do tonight, right? One person, right, is create a folder called phone voice AI agent assignment. And this will be just like we had the Zoom individual assignment, right? Is voice agent, and you'll put in, rather than samples, voice agent with your name, your cloud recording, your AI Zoom summary, your reflection, your phone numbers you use, but this in bold is the one that you attach to.
Okay.
It's simple if you know what I mean, but it is so powerful
Right.
that you would say, well, what does it take? Everybody now wants agent builders. You've created an agent builder. You know, not only create an agent builder, but you've created an intelligent AI voice agent, and you have a phone number to show it.
Okay.
And you can share it. So everybody in your group will have a phone agent, right? And if need be, you can help each other. You don't want to do it, Isabella, but if somebody gets stuck, you can help. My ideas, you can help. You know, it's just, oh, I missed that. You had to attach that assistant. That's why it didn't work.
Yeah.
One little thing you miss out, you know, oh, I forgot. I didn't know that, you know, where I needed to get all the collaborators in Wix. Nobody's born with this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just one little thing that you can do. But that's why we have to have a positive attitude and everybody pull their share. When they get stuck, that they can reach out to people rather than just keeping it quiet. That's what everybody's responsibility is. So you got the idea of what I want? And then we can start. Once we get that, then on Monday, we'll do what was that, part 2? We'll have part 3 of the project done. And the beauty here is that every week when we evaluate it, then by the time on the 27th, it isn't, oh, we didn't finish that. But it's rather when you present, it's only a few little tweaks that I'll say, you know, Isabella, just, you know, change a small little thing, you know, or change the coloring or something like that. Or I may say, Isabel, that looks great. Go for it and go record it. That's what I hope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you'll have it to do. Questions?
I don't, yeah, there's nothing in the chat.
Okay, and do you have a question, Isabel?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. And Lily, do you have any comments, suggestions on how you want to proceed for the rest of this evening?
I mean, if you haven't added your link to your group folder, I would add it, even if you don't have everything that's like that we asked for in the assignment. Like I would just have it added because you can still edit like your website and have that link and it'll show the edits.
Right. Good idea. And we want it done.
Yeah, we want it there.
I'm gonna be stricter on it. If you don't have, there has to be a reason, right?
I've gotten
And text you of what is the problem here that you can't, like you said, if you don't have, I don't have everybody's picture, I don't have whatever, but there should be a way in which is everybody listed there as even an owner, Lily?
Not all groups, but there are just some, like I have some people that are saying that they can't have the link unless they have the domain name, but I don't
No,
think that's true.
no, it's not. And you can upgrade to get a domain name, but as soon as you start, you get a domain name. The domain name has Wix site with it.
Yeah, so wait, can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Because I think there's
Yeah, because we need to figure out what is the issue here. Because if it's something small that we can do that.
like so this is my dashboard for my site.
Okay.
And I don't have like the premium plan anymore, but my site like still works.
Yeah,
And so like next to the button edit site, there's these three dots. This view live site. And there I can get my link. See, I
Yeah.
don't have a domain name anymore, but I can still add my link.
that's where it should be.
So
What else? What are the other problems people are, and what are the
that's the
problems?
main problem, just like a little bit
Okay,
confused on how to get that link.
yeah, so you want to go over it one more time? It's just
Sure.
basically what?
It's just the three dots to the left of edit
Mm.
site. It's basically just trying to view the live site,
Mm-hmm,
which is also like an important like button just to know in general, because especially before like submitting the third part of the assignment, you want to like view the live site for yourself to make sure that it actually looks right. Because sometimes in Wix, like it
yeah.
can look right in the edit portion of it and then
But
like look totally off.
Yeah, it doesn't publish well. And
Yeah.
here is the where you invite collaborators too.
Right.
You can do it in many different. Here is where you invited collaborators, where you had the website manager. Yeah. Okay. What else?
I think that's it for me.
Okay. Anything else? So what I'll do is I'm going to shut off my